Have you ever wondered if something you've done every day for decades, something as routine and harmless as taking a daily bath, might not be right for you anymore? Now, I know that sounds strange. For most of our lives, we've been told that daily bathing is the gold standard for good hygiene. It's part of our morning ritual. It helps us feel refreshed, clean, and ready to face the world. But what if I told you that once you reach your 70s, this daily habit could actually be putting your health at risk? What if that warm shower you've come to love is slowly drying out your skin, draining your energy, or even making you more likely to suffer a dangerous fall? I'm not saying you should stop caring about cleanliness, far from it. But as we age, our bodies change, and sometimes the habits that served us well in our 40s or 50s may not work the same way in our 70s and beyond. That's why in today's video, we're taking a fresh look at personal hygiene after 70. I'm going to share 7 surprising truths that might challenge everything you thought you knew about staying clean as a senior. These are not just opinions. They're based on real medical research, expert recommendations, and the lived experiences of older adults just like you. Stick with me, because truth number 7 could change your daily routine and maybe even improve your quality of life in ways you never expected. Let's dive in. 1. Hygiene isn't just about bathing. When most people think of staying clean, they picture a full shower or a soak in the tub. For decades, we've been told that being clean means washing your whole body every single day. But here's the truth. Hygiene is so much more than just taking a bath. As we get older, our bodies don't always handle daily bathing the same way they used to. And for many seniors, especially those over 70, stepping into a shower every day isn't just tiring. It can be risky. The good news is, staying fresh and feeling good doesn't have to depend on a full body bath. There are safer, gentler ways to maintain hygiene that work just as well, and in some cases, even better. Think about this. When you brush your teeth, wash your hands regularly, change into clean clothes, and freshen up with a damp cloth or gentle wipe, you are still taking excellent care of your hygiene. These small habits make a big difference. In fact, for seniors with sensitive skin or limited mobility, these targeted routines can help you avoid the stress and dangers of daily bathing, while still keeping you clean, healthy, and confident. So if you've ever felt guilty for not taking a shower every day, let that go. You're not neglecting yourself. You're actually being smart, protecting your body and respecting its needs. Because hygiene isn't about how often you get wet. It's about how well you take care of yourself in a way that fits your stage of life. And that brings us to the next surprising truth. 2. Falls are a bigger threat than dirt. Let's talk about something most people don't realize until it's too late. For seniors over 70, the biggest danger in the bathroom isn't dirt. It's falling. Now, we don't often think of a shower as a dangerous place, but for older adults, the bathroom can quickly turn into one of the most hazardous spots in the home. In fact, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, more than 1 in 4 adults over the age of 65 experiences a fall each year. Many of those falls happen right in the bathroom. It's easy to see why. Wet floors, slippery tiles, steam that clouds your vision, and the need to balance on one foot while stepping into a tub or standing under running water. All of these conditions make the bathroom a minefield for seniors. And let's be honest, a little bit of sweat or body odor won't hurt you. But one bad fall, that could mean a broken hip, a head injury, or even a long hospital stay. For some, it might mean losing their independence altogether. This is why cutting back on full-body bathing isn't just about comfort. It's about safety. Taking fewer showers, maybe once or twice a week, and using safer methods like sponge baths or gentle wipes on key areas can reduce how often you're exposed to these risks. Even better, when you do bathe, make sure it's as safe as possible. That means using non-slip mats, grab bars, and maybe even a shower chair to take the strain off your legs. But the most powerful safety measure? simply reducing the number of times you step into that slippery space. Remember, hygiene is important, but it's not worth risking your safety over. Because when it comes to aging well, staying on your feet matters far more than staying perfectly clean. Let's keep going. What comes next might surprise you even more. 3. Daily baths can exhaust seniors. To most people, taking a shower seems like a simple task, but as we age, that everyday routine can turn into a real energy drain. For seniors over 70, especially those dealing with chronic conditions, bathing isn't always refreshing. It can feel downright exhausting. Just think about it. Standing for 10 or 15 minutes, reaching to scrub hard-to-reach places, bending over to wash your feet, and then drying off afterward. It all adds up. And for someone with arthritis, limited mobility, or heart problems, that simple shower can take more strength than people realize. Medical experts, including those from the Journal of the American Medical Association, have pointed out that for many older adults, the act of bathing can lead to lightheadedness, fatigue, and even shortness of breath. Hot water can lower blood pressure, making you dizzy. The effort it takes to undress, step in, balance, wash, dry off, and get dressed again, it can wear you out for the rest of the day. And that's not just inconvenient, it's a serious concern. Because when bathing drains your energy, it can keep you from doing the things that bring joy to your life. Maybe you're too tired to go for a walk, prepare a meal, or call a friend. Maybe you skip your afternoon reading or a visit from your grandchildren just because your body is worn down. That's not how anyone should feel after a bath. By reducing the number of full showers each week and choosing more gentle alternatives, like using a warm cloth or taking a seated sponge bath, you can save that energy for the things that truly matter: connection, creativity, and comfort. The goal isn't just to stay clean. The goal is to feel strong, well, and present in your life. And if daily bathing is stealing that from you, it's time to reconsider the routine. Coming up next, we'll talk about how bathing less often might not only help you feel better, but could actually protect you from dangerous infections. 4. Bathing less can lower the risk of infection. It might sound strange at first. After all, we've spent most of our lives hearing that bathing often is what keeps us healthy and free from germs. But as we get older, especially after the age of 70, that idea doesn't always hold up. In fact, bathing too much can actually increase the risk of skin damage and even infection. Let's take a closer look at why. As we age, our skin becomes thinner, drier, and more delicate. It doesn't heal as quickly, and it doesn't protect us the way it used to. When you take a hot shower every day, especially if you use strong soaps, you're not just washing away dirt. You're stripping away the natural oils that help keep your skin moist and strong. Without that layer of protection, your skin becomes fragile. Tiny cracks form. It gets itchy, irritated, and prone to tearing. Now, those little tears might seem like no big deal, but they're not just uncomfortable. They can be dangerous. A small tear in your skin can turn into an entry point for bacteria. According to studies published in respected medical journals like the New England Journal of Medicine, seniors who bathe less often actually have fewer skin tears and fewer infections. Let's say that again: fewer showers, fewer infections. That's because less frequent bathing helps your skin maintain its natural oils, which act like a shield. These oils help lock in moisture and block harmful bacteria. And when that shield stays intact, your skin is better protected. Infections like cellulitis, abscesses, and even sepsis have been linked to tiny wounds on dry, overwashed skin. Seniors are especially at risk because their immune systems are not as strong as they once were, and their skin takes longer to heal. Something as simple as scratching an itch can open up a sore. If that sore becomes infected, it can lead to a long recovery or even hospitalization. But the good news is that you can stay clean and healthy without putting your skin at risk. You don't need a full-body shower every single day. Instead, focus on what's called targeted hygiene. Use a warm, damp cloth to gently clean areas where bacteria tends to build up, like under the arms, around the groin, and between the toes. Choose mild, unscented cleansers that won't irritate your skin, and be gentle, no scrubbing. By doing this just a few times a week and letting the rest of your body's natural oils do their job, you can maintain your hygiene and protect your skin at the same time. It's not about doing less. It's about doing what's right for your body at this stage of life. And if you're caring for an older loved one, this shift can make a big difference. Fewer baths can mean fewer risks, fewer health scares, and a much better quality of life. So the next time you skip a shower, remember, you're not neglecting your health, you're protecting it. Coming up next, we'll explore one of the most fascinating truths of all. Your body might actually be cleaning itself in ways you never realized. 5. The body knows how to clean itself. It might sound unbelievable at first, but your body is not just sitting there waiting to be scrubbed clean. In fact, your skin has been taking care of itself since the day you were born. It's one of the most intelligent systems in your entire body. And believe it or not, it knows how to stay clean all on its own, without needing a daily shower. Let's talk about how that works. Your skin is not just a surface. It's a living, breathing organ made up of layers that renew themselves constantly. Every day, your body sheds millions of dead skin cells through a natural process called desquamation. That's a fancy word for a very simple thing: your skin pushing out old cells and replacing them with new ones. And when those old cells fall away, they take dirt, oils, and pollutants with them. In other words, your skin is doing its own deep cleaning naturally, silently, and nonstop. But it doesn't stop there. Your skin is also covered with something called the microbiome. This is a delicate community of helpful bacteria, fungi, and other microorganisms that live on your skin and protect it. These good microbes help prevent harmful germs from taking over. Think of them like microscopic security guards. When they're in balance, they keep your skin healthy and prevent irritation, infection, and even bad smells. Now here's the important part. Frequent bathing, especially with hot water and strong soaps, can throw all of this off balance. When we scrub too hard or wash too often, we wipe out those helpful bacteria. We strip away the natural oils our skin needs to stay moist and protected. And instead of supporting our body's natural cleaning system, we end up working against it. For seniors, this problem becomes even more serious. As we age, our skin produces less oil, and our microbiome becomes more fragile. Overbathing in this stage of life doesn't just dry out the skin, it actually weakens our built-in defenses. That's why so many older adults struggle with dry patches, rashes, itching, or flare-ups of conditions like eczema or dermatitis. Their bodies are trying to maintain balance, but too much washing keeps disrupting the process. So what's the solution? Give your body room to do what it was designed to do. Bathe when necessary, of course, but also trust your skin's natural intelligence. Try using lukewarm water instead of hot. Skip the soap on areas that aren't visibly dirty, and consider bathing every other day, or even just 2 or 3 times a week. Between full baths, you can freshen up with a damp cloth or unscented wipes. Focus on key areas like the armpits, groin, feet, and face. And remember, odor is not always a sign of dirt. Sometimes it just means you've been active or you're wearing the same clothes too long. A quick change of clothing, some deodorant, and a gentle wipe can go a long way. The more you understand your body's own natural rhythms, the more you can work with them, not against them. This approach not only protects your skin, it also saves time, preserves energy, and reduces your exposure to slips or falls in the bathroom. So yes, your body really does know how to clean itself. All it needs is your cooperation and a little kindness. Up next, we'll take a look at what doctors and specialists actually recommend when it comes to how often seniors should bathe. The answer might surprise you. 6. Experts recommend only 1 to 2 showers per week. For most of our lives, we've been taught that good hygiene means bathing every single day. Maybe you grew up with a routine: morning showers, evening soaks, the scent of soap, and the sound of running water as part of daily life. But here's something most people don't know. Medical experts are now saying that once we reach our 70s, bathing every day might not be necessary. In fact, it might not even be healthy. Yes, you heard that right. Leading dermatologists and geriatric doctors now recommend that older adults bathe only once or twice per week. This might sound surprising, maybe even a little uncomfortable at first. But it's not about lowering standards. It's about raising awareness of what the aging body truly needs. Let's take a closer look at why this shift in advice is happening. As we get older, our skin becomes thinner, drier, and more sensitive. It doesn't bounce back the way it used to. Daily exposure to water, especially hot water, combined with harsh soaps, can strip away the skin's protective oils and leave it feeling tight, itchy, or even cracked. And as the skin weakens, it becomes more vulnerable to infection, inflammation, and injury. The American Academy of Dermatology, along with research from institutions like Johns Hopkins University and the Journal of the American Medical Association, all support a more personalized approach to bathing. Instead of a one-size-fits-all rule, they suggest adjusting your bathing habits based on your activity level, your skin condition, and your medical needs. For example, if you're mostly sedentary, spending time indoors, relaxing at home, or doing light activities, you likely don't need to bathe every day. On the other hand, if you're active, working in the garden, exercising regularly, or dealing with incontinence or skin conditions, you may need to clean certain areas more frequently, but that still doesn't always mean a full-body shower is required. Instead, experts recommend a blend of light, targeted hygiene practices and occasional full-body bathing. That could mean washing your face, hands, underarms, and private areas daily with a soft cloth and warm water, then doing a full shower just once or twice a week. This helps maintain personal cleanliness without putting unnecessary stress on your skin or body. And here's something else to consider. Reducing the frequency of bathing isn't just good for your skin. It can also improve your overall comfort, energy levels, and safety, especially if you have difficulty standing, balancing, or moving around in the bathroom. Some seniors feel ashamed or embarrassed to admit they no longer bathe every day, but that shame is based on outdated expectations, not medical reality. The truth is, many older adults who follow this new advice report feeling better, experiencing fewer skin problems, and avoiding the fatigue that can come with long, daily showers. It's time to let go of the old belief that more bathing equals better hygiene. Today, the smarter choice is the one that respects how your body works now, not how it worked 40 years ago. Next up, we'll talk about the most common issue of all: how daily baths can actually damage aging skin, and we'll show you what to do instead. 7. Daily baths can harm senior skin. We often think of a daily bath as something good for us, soothing, refreshing, and even comforting. But what most people don't realize is that for seniors, especially those over the age of 70, daily bathing can do more harm than good, especially when it comes to the skin. Let's start with what happens to our skin as we age. By the time we reach our 70s, our skin has gone through decades of wear and tear. It naturally becomes thinner, less elastic, and more fragile. Our bodies produce less oil, which means less moisture is held in the skin. The top layer, which once served as a strong barrier, slowly begins to lose its ability to protect us from outside irritants, allergens, and even temperature changes. This is why many older adults begin to notice dry patches, flakiness, and itching that just won't go away. Now imagine taking a hot shower every day. It feels good in the moment, but that water, especially if it's hot, can strip away the little bit of oil your skin is still producing. It removes not only dirt, but also the natural moisture your skin desperately needs. And if you're using soaps or body washes that are heavily fragranced or too alkaline, the damage only gets worse. The result? Skin that feels tight, dry, and uncomfortable. For many, it leads to chronic itching, red patches, or even a condition called xerosis, which is a medical term for severe dryness. In extreme cases, the skin can crack and bleed, and when it does, it opens a door to infection. These cracks, even when small, are not just annoying, they can be dangerous. They allow bacteria to enter the body, leading to infections that are harder to fight off because the immune system weakens with age. Some seniors end up dealing with painful skin conditions or even require antibiotics or wound care, all because their skin has become too dry and broken down from frequent washing. And let's not forget that damaged skin also impacts quality of life. Constant itching can make it difficult to sleep. Wearing clothes can feel irritating. Even gentle touch can become uncomfortable. All of these things add up, and they matter. So what's the better way? First, reconsider how often you bathe. Instead of every day, aim for 2 to 3 times a week. In between, use a warm, soft cloth to gently clean the areas that need the most attention: underarms, groin, feet, and face. When you do take a full shower or bath, keep the water lukewarm, not hot. Choose fragrance-free, moisturizing cleansers and skip the harsh scrubbing. Afterward, pat your skin dry gently and apply a thick, nourishing lotion while your skin is still slightly damp. This helps lock in moisture and keeps the skin supple and strong. If your skin is already dry or irritated, talk to your doctor or a dermatologist. There are products and routines specifically made for aging skin, and a simple adjustment in how you bathe can make a huge difference in how you feel every day. The important thing to remember is this: your skin isn't what it used to be, and that's okay. It has served you well for many years. Now it needs a little more care, a little more protection, and a gentler approach. So the next time you think about jumping into a hot shower, just because it's part of your old routine, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, is this what my body really needs today? Sometimes the answer is no, and that's not neglect. That's wisdom. Coming up next, we'll wrap everything together and talk about how these simple shifts in your routine can lead to a healthier, safer, and more comfortable life after 70. Now that we've walked through all 7 surprising truths about bathing after 70, I want to thank you for staying with me. I know some of what you heard today might challenge what you've believed your whole life. For many of us, the idea of skipping a daily bath feels like we're breaking the rules, or even letting ourselves go. But what we're really doing is learning to care for our bodies with more wisdom, more kindness, and more understanding. Your skin, your energy, and your safety matter now more than ever. And taking a step back from daily bathing doesn't mean lowering your standards. It means adjusting them to match the needs of this season in life, a season that deserves comfort, protection, and dignity. So maybe today you learned something new. Maybe you're starting to rethink how often you shower, or what products you use, or how you care for a loved one in your life. Whatever it is, I hope this message helped you feel seen, supported, and empowered. Now I'd love to hear from you. What truth stood out to you most? Was it the idea that your body knows how to clean itself? Or that less bathing can actually protect your health? Leave a comment and let me know. I rate every one. And if this video brought you value, please give it a like, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to the Elders Insight. This community is here to remind you that aging isn't about fading. It's about evolving, growing, and learning to live better, not just longer. Until next time, take gentle care of yourself. You deserve that and more.